So what's going on, guys? The truck guy here. Wanted to get back to you with a video, and I thought what would be more fun than taking a look at the current stock of the truck guy utility knives. What could be cooler than that? And I just picked up the Milwaukee pack out. I love these things. You know, I got one as a gift, and I've gotten a few additional ones. I didn't have anything in this pack out, so I thought, what the heck? Let me throw all the utility knives in here. We can dig around, see what we find, and just have some fun with it. So let's go ahead and jump into the video, and let's do it. Alright guys, so let's check out what we've got for the current stock of truck guy utility knives. And surprisingly they all fit in here. I thought we might have some difficulty, but a lot of different styles, a lot of different types of utility knives, and there's some in here that I haven't reviewed yet, so I didn't want to throw those in before I got a review. Well, I've got one of them in here. I'm gonna be reviewing this one soon. It's the Stanley carpet knife, so definitely keep your eye out for the carpet knife review. That'll be up soon. But I think everything else in here I've reviewed, and as you can see, lots of Husky, lots of Milwaukee. We've got a Gerber in here, plenty of Dewalt, and kind of everything in between. So I just kind of wanted to talk about some of the different types of utility knives, inspire you guys a little bit to either go pick up your first utility knife or pick up your next utility knife. So as I look around here, I'm definitely seeing a lot of relics. This is the old school Home Depot Husky, you know, the classic utility knife that you just see all over the place. And they've come a long way since this knife, but this was everywhere. It's got the one hand open, and it's so small. I mean, they don't sell this anymore, but it's just crazy the way that these utility knives used to be built. You can see it's not perfectly straight either. You've got a slight downward angle, which is just bizarre on this knife. And it's got the lock back. And I remember the first time I grabbed a utility knife like this, I was thinking, how do I close this? I couldn't figure it out. It's before I knew of the lockback function. So it was many years ago, guys, so don't hate on me too much. But it's also got the crazy Husky quick change mechanism. So just a crazy knife all around. But look at how small this is. It is super compact, super light. So I kind of almost wish they were still selling this, because I think it's a good entry-level knife for most guys. But used it to open some bottles over time. This was kind of before they were putting bottle openers on the utility knives, so definitely a fun knife. Plenty of accidents with that one. You learn the hard way. Another crazy one that I got a long time ago was this Husky dual knife. It's got the classic Husky utility knife, but then it's also got the sporting knife. So this thing is a lot of fun, but this sporting knife I've just found is super dangerous. One of the most dangerous knives. It's just, your blade is so close to your mechanism. One time I was throwing this down and just gouged up my thumb. So that wasn't a fun day. That took a little while to heal. So Huskies, they're good, but they can be a little dangerous. I don't know why, but they seem a little bit more dangerous than the Milwaukees. In terms of what else we've got going on, I mean, you've always got the classic Stanleys, the Stanley 99. Pick this up if you're the type of guy that just no frills. You like what you like, and it's the classic utility knife. So the thing that bugs me about this one is it works, but there's not a lot to it. There's not a lot going on. Which at the end of the day, I mean, I like a little bit of activity with my utility knives, a little bit of multifunctionality, things of that nature. You've got the fixed blade. That's another good one. And then they actually upgraded the Classic 99 and threw in the drop-down blade storage, quick change up top. So if you like the Classic 99 but want to upgrade a bit, I would just recommend going with this one. Gives you a little bit more functionality. It's a little bit more fun in general. Let's see what else we've got. We've got a lot of Milwaukees, but a lot of the Milwaukees suck, to be honest. They've got their whole lineup built out, but really at the end of the day, it's all about the 1500, 1501, 1502. Those are the knives that you want to be leaning towards. I'm not a huge fan of the 1500. A lot of guys love it, and you know, they give this channel plenty of hate, but it's just too small for me. So maybe if you've got small hands, go with that one. But usually I'm gonna have to go 1501, and we'll see if we can find it in here. The 1502, and I'm a 1502 guy. It's wider. I like to have the drop-down blade storage. And it's just a smooth knife. It fits good in the hand, and at the end of the day, you want something smooth that feels good in the hand, and if it's got blade storage, I think that's just an added bonus. So definitely props to Milwaukee for the 1502. One of the weirdest utility knives I've come across at Home Depot is this crazy Husky where you push this mechanism aside, slide out your blade with your thumb. But look at that. I mean, it really doesn't even come all the way out. You're getting maybe a third of the blade. And this thing just rips on your thumb. I don't get it. It's got dual blades, so you've got your hook blade too on the other side, but it does not feel good. Crazy mechanism to change the blade as well. So I guess you can actually start it a little farther out if you want, or slide it a little farther out. But at the end of the day, guys, this is a piece of junk. I mean, it's better for a bottle opener than anything else. So crazy one there from Husky. The Fiskars tends to be pretty popular. I've seen a lot of reviews where guys are freaking out about the Fiskars and how great it is. I just think it's a kitchen drawer type of knife. I mean, it just feels like something, you know, a little bit more feminine. You know, it just, you know, something that, I don't know, it just has a different feel. It doesn't have that construction feel. So nothing against, you know, anyone or anything, but that's just the feeling I get. So I want to relay that to you guys, that if you're thinking Fiskars, just know that it's going to be a little bit more arts and crafts, a little bit more of a kitchen type of knife. So even though it's durable, they've added the button lock. So it's similar to something like a Milwaukee. It's just going to be a different style. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about Fiskars. Stanley's got a ton of good knives. You're just gonna have to figure out what exactly works for you. Believe this is called the Exo Change, or I think it's the Insta Change. I'm not sure. They've got some weird names, but it's a 788. This is a popular knife. I'm not a huge fan of it because I don't like that kind of arcing curve on it, but that'll get the job done. This one they sell at Home Depot. This will get the job done too. They don't have this one inscribed with the model number, but it's the only Stanley that looks like this at Home Depot. So feel free to pick that one up. You're not going to be disappointed. You've got the red button Stanley. This one is super popular, and it's got a great slider. Just look at that, guys. And the red button, accessing your blade storage. I would definitely recommend picking this one up if you're just looking for the fixed body type of knife. Either one of these Stanley is very similar. They're going to get the job done. If you're looking for a big boy, you can always pick up the gold wheel Stanley, the 819. This is just a little too intense for me. There's not a lot of jobs that I'm going to use this on, so it's not going to be a lot of value to me, but I think it's pretty cool. And then you've got some of the Stanley folding knives. You know, the roofer's knife, where you've got the dual blade, so you've got your hook blade accessible. This one's kind of cool because it's, you know, you've got the dual blade, but you've also got it folding. It's pretty dang big, to be honest. So don't expect it to fold up and disappear into your pocket. This is probably one of the best Milwaukee's that's got the screwdriver functionality, which is only a couple of them, but the 1505, I mean, this is something I always have up on the kitchen counter because I'm going to the garage, basement, outside, you know, tackling jobs inside. And then I've got the 1505 ready to go and can tackle some jobs with the reversible screwdriver. So this is something, this is probably, if I'm recommending what your first knife is, I would just go 1505, and you're probably not going to end up like me with a whole big bucket of utility knives, trying them all. So what else do we got? The Husky button lock. I found this to be one of the most hilarious knives. I think it's the Husky Pro utility knife with the button lock. But look at this thing. It's just too long. I mean, I don't really get where they're going with this. I thought this would be one of my favorite knives because initially coming in to this channel, I thought Husky was, you know, head and shoulders above everyone else because I just didn't know the utility knife industry. So I was thinking, you know, they've got a button lock similar to Milwaukee. They're going to knock it out of the park. And this thing just doesn't make any sense. I mean, you've got the curvature to the knife, but the handle is extremely long, which normally would be a good thing, but you can't really choke up on this knife. It's going in all sorts of directions. Comment down below if you like this knife, because I've never heard anything good about it. I don't even think they have it at Home Depot anymore. So very interesting that they went away from that one. I haven't reviewed a ton of Irwin's, but Irwin came out with this knife. It's pretty interesting. It's got the screwdriver functionality on the back, but I just don't think it comes out as smoothly as the 1505. And it's, you know, you're not going to get much reach with this thing. You go to 45 degrees to be able to use the quick change, which I think is just bizarre. I mean, Irwin is the type of brand they're close. They're always close, but for some reason I just don't like them. Another Fiskars. This is the painter's knife. This thing is the most dangerous knife I've ever encountered with this weird mechanism. This is supposed to be a paint can opener, but it's a death trap, guys. Look at this. I mean, the pivot on this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So don't even bother with this Fiskars Pro piece of crap painter's knife. You're going to be disappointed. This, I think, is called the Exo Change, and this is something, if you like big fixed body Stanley knives, go with this Exo Change. You're going to be super happy, and the quick change on it is a little bizarre. You go all the way out. It's got a magnet on there, which really helps. You can flip that blade around, and it just avoids having to press a button, you know, do this, do that. You just get that blade all the way out. You're ready to rock and roll. So that's what I like about the Exo Change is you can fit plenty of blades in there. It's a quick in and out. So I'll use this for cutting up a lot of big chunks of cardboard, things like that, and it's just going to knock out those jobs really quickly. Dewalt, I hope you guys aren't expecting me to say anything good about Dewalt, because that doesn't happen very often on this channel. They've got some interesting ones, guys. If you like the style of Dewalt, big, bulky, kind of classic construction, that's fine. I like Milwaukee because they're more compact. I like the, you know, being able to flip out my blade because I'm on the go a lot. So I'm not going to have this Dewalt in my pocket. It's just ridiculous. If you look at the Dewalt lineup, I mean, their knives are just gigantic knives. They're nice, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I'm doing, you know, an all-day construction job, that's fine, but I'm more in the DIY realm. So, you know, I don't necessarily want a, you know, huge knife in my pocket if I'm going out and tackling different quick jobs. This is probably the best Dewalt, I would say, if you're looking for something a little bit more compact. it folds out into what is, you know, that classic Dewalt style. It's just got the smoothest slider of all the Dewalts, and I think they did a good job on this. So I haven't seen this at Home Depot, so correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a fun one. You've got your classic Stanley with the sheath, a little bit too bulky for my taste. Hey, the other Stanley, or Husky Compact. This is another, I would say, kind of that gateway compact knife. It replaced the one I was talking about earlier, so I think you can still get these in stores, but Husky's really gone, you know, pretty basic with their utility knives, so you know, not a lot we can say about Husky. They haven't really been innovating on the utility knife front. This is kind of the classic Husky that you find in Home Depot now. Good knife, but without that button lock, it's going to take you more time to open, close, tackle a job, make sure you don't get cut, things of that nature. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to show you guys. Comment down below if you want me to talk about any of these that I'm passing over. These type of Huskies, just frankly, they're just junk. Upgrade to a Stanley, or even the fixed body side slide Milwaukee. You're just going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot happier with your purchase. Husky's got this piece of crap. This was fun to review because it's just such a piece of junk, but we won't be too hard on Husky. They started off great, but they just have not been, you know, keeping up with, you know, the Milwaukees and the Stanleys. But this is a really fun Milwaukee. Obviously not a utility knife, but it's their, you know, counterpart to the 1505, the 1540. And this is, you know, you can't swap the blades, obviously, so it will kind of dull over time a bit. You can sharpen it up if you want, the Tonto blade. But good for, you know, cutting rope, cutting things open. And the thing I like about this one is it's got the screwdriver on the back, but you've got some extension there, so you can kind of work a little bit more in tight spaces as opposed to the shorter arm on the Milwaukee 1505. But, you know, you should have both of these, or at least one of them, to knock out a lot of jobs. And this one is actually a really good knife. If you're doing kind of any type of roofing projects, I like this one better than the folding dual knife. But you've got the, or dual blade for that matter, but you've got the dual blades. And if I was, you know, doing a lot more roofing work, I'd like this because, you know, sometimes you need that full blade, but you've also got your hook blade to work with shingles, things of that nature. And the 789, it's just, it feels good in the hand. It's not too big, but you're going to be able to slide that in, holster it, and get back to what you need. I'm all about kind of the more in your hand utility knives as opposed to, you know, these pieces of junk. These are fine for what you use them for, the snap-offs, but at the end of the day, you know, to me, I just like that more traditional blade. Comment down below if you like snap-offs better and how you use them. There's a whole host of other knives in here. The safety knives, you gotta love the safety knives. If you're gonna go safety, go Stanley, the 189, versus the Milwaukee one. I don't even know where it is. Here it is. With the carton blade, it comes out about a third of the way. You know, complete fail by Milwaukee there. I've even got the 1901, which is the old version. Pick this up if you've got big hands and like that kind of more ergonomical feel. I think you'll like the 1901. You can still get them on Amazon. Plenty more here. The Gerber Prybrid. However you say this, Gerber Prybrid. I think, you know, it doesn't roll off the tongue, guys. It doesn't do that. But, you know, you can swap the blade out. And kind of the cool thing about it is it's got the little pry bar, so a good camping knife for sure. But I'll stop there. We've got plenty of more knives in here. Let me know of what you think of the current collection. If you think I need more, let me know and we'll pick up some more. But I hope you enjoyed the video. It was just kind of fun to reminisce about all the knives that we've reviewed on the channel so far. You know, we're gonna review a lot more, so if you're a knife guy, comment down below. Let me know if you want to see more of the knife reviews, or if you want to see more of kind of the DIY activities around the house and yard. So let me know what you like, but I'm here for you guys, and you know, just looking to make content that you enjoy and help you tackle some of those jobs. So with that, we'll close up the Milwaukee pack out and we'll call it a day. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and as always, we'll talk to you on the next one.